My favorite Pokemon is Jigglypuff. I don't really have a good reason why, she's just pretty cute. And Jigglypuff's whole thing is that she sings people to sleep. So I don't think it should come as a shock that this ability was adapted into Super Smash Bros. And if you watched my last Smash Bros ranking, you might remember me saying this. Maybe I should do a ranking of all the sleepy voice clips for the characters. That was very subtle foreshadowing to the fact that my next Smash Bros ranking is going to be about... Take a wild guess. This seemed like a fun idea until I remembered I had to account for all of the Mii types. Oh my god. Thankfully, it balances itself out. Kind of. There are various non-verbal characters like Samus, Minecraft Steve, and the Animal Crossing characters for some reason. Also, Mr. Game & Watch beeps a lot, but the beeps aren't listed on the voice clips section. So shout out to Cranky Tomodachi for this video that has all the sound effects in it so I could decipher which ones counted for the list. This list is based off of, do they sound content? And are they not snoring? Snoring will get you much lower in the list, I'll tell you that much. Without further ado, this is ranking every sleeping voice clip in Smash Ultimate. My first reaction to this, if I didn't know it was Dee's voice, would have been, ew, get that thing away from me. And most other characters did not have that response. So yeah, I think DDD has to rank last as a result. He may not technically be snoring, but DK's voice in Smash is just generally really unpleasant to listen to. I think they used this in the K. Rool and Banjo reveal trailers, so congratulations. That is this voice clip's only positive attribute. Bowser uses animal noises as well, but they're more listenable than DK's, so good job. At ranking number 104. The exhale sounds cut out, which is something we're going to see a few times on the lower end of this list. K. Rool gets it the worst because his voice is just not good for it. This one just sounds gross and he snores in both parts, so that's more points docked. This sounds like Bowser, but if he was actually voiced by a human in the game. This is what I'd expect Ganondorf's Ganon form to sound like. Oh, good lord, this one sounds awful. And it snores in both parts! Radiant Dawnike, but slightly more tolerable. That is not a high bar to clear. No. Bad, Kazuya. Don't snore. Ugh, of course you'd snore, I'd expect nothing less. I like that they added the greh, but the noises after that sound disgusting. This sounds like a noise Venom would make. It doesn't really sound sleepy or content. The voice sounds bad. And this one just sounds extremely messy. It kinda sounds like he's snoring, but I like Mewtwo's voice filter thing, so it gets to rank above the others thus far. This Mii does not sound like he's sleeping. He just sounds congested. Most of the Koopalings don't even sound sleepy, and Iggy is the prime example of that. Lemmy is not too far behind, though. What the heck did I just listen to? This one goes on for too long. Ah, jeez, you really gotta make him snore too. And it goes on for longer than most, so it's even more unstimulating to listen to. Great, he snores for both the inhale and the exhale. Really awesome stuff. Dang it, Fox, you really dropped the ball. And I love Fox's voice in this game too. And that's not just me being biased because he kind of sounds like...
From Mario Kart Wii, Funky Kong.
He just generally sounds good. And this does not. Shame on you, Fox. This is very similar to Fox, but Falco's voice is less good, so there wasn't a lot they could do. Good God, I had no idea Wolf could sound this lame. Okay, never mind, but it still sucks. The snore sounds lame, but at least the inhale doesn't snore. Huge breath of fresh air. He snores and also doesn't say, "Ah, spaghetti," which makes this one really suck. At least it's distinct. This does not sound like he is sleeping at all, and by virtue of that fact, it should probably be ranked lower. But I don't know, at least he doesn't snore. Nana sounds cold and not content, and I don't like that. Other characters may snore, but at least they do it happily. He also does not sound content. This does not sound sleepy. This doesn't even sound like a chimpanzee out of context. Luigi's voice is much less distinct when he snores. At least the snore is much quieter than usual. This one also sounds like Luigi's, except more distinct somehow. This one is so short. Same problem as the Koopalings. Mithra's clip is just leagues worse than Pyra's. This one is just insanely quiet. Is every Fire Emblem character gonna snore for both parts? At least it's short and high-pitched, so it sounds better. It's just very unmemorable. What do you want me to say? Why does it sound like that? I have literally nothing to say. That's it? He just kind of sounds like Roy here. He kind of sounds like the Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga version of Qui-Gon Jinn, which is not the first voice I think of when I think of similar voices to male Wii Fit trainer. He kinda sounds like a Minecraft zombie who's been smoking for a prolonged period of time. This doesn't really sound like him. At least this one is kinda distinct. Why is the exhale so shrill? It sounds like she's snarling at me and I don't like that. This one gets points for the second part sounding like my favorite aura farming boy, but other than that it sounds not very good. I have never felt anything towards the male version of Byleth, and this voice clip does not do anything to change that. I hate the snoring as usual, but at least this is the exact sound I expect Sonic to make while sleeping.
Dracula.
The Dracula bit is cute. I like it, but it does not help the fact that he snores. At least he doesn't snore in his exhale. Well, he kinda does. But him snoring less than others goes a long way for a ranking containing voice clips that are 1 second long max. Ryu just doesn't sound very good here. This one sounds a little cut off, but she still outranks Malecorn in most aspects. I like that her voice is softer. She probably would have ranked higher if she didn't snore. Lucina doesn't snore for both her inhale and exhale, and her voice is less loud, so that's nice. This one is not distinct sounding. He's snoring, but it's more tolerable than usual, I don't know. His snoring is pretty quiet, which is nice. It's welcome in a ranking like this. I think his exhale sounds funny and kinda makes up for his tendency to snore. I like that they added a vocalization from Kazooie, but Banjo snores so it ranks lower than it could have. You can hear Link vaguely snoring, but it's not as noticeable as others that snore. Same here too. I don't care enough about Hero to make this bit last longer, sorry guys. Yoshi is in this spot because the second sound he makes reminds me of Garrett saying, "Pfft, okay." But it still kinda sounds like a snore, so no. Not one of the characters I'd expect to be snoring, but it's a more tolerable snore than usual. So, great job, I guess, Bayo. Pichu didn't even have the courtesy of saying his full name, and his exhale sounds like an inhale. Shame on you. The inhale sounds like it came after the exhale, and this voice clip just does not really stick out at all. This one also does not stick out. There is a deeper vocalization at the end, and that is it. This one just sounds like an employee sifting through their phone videos, and they suddenly found one of their child blowing into their DS. I don't think the Miis have very good sleeping voice clips, guys. This one sounds like a child blowing into an NES cartridge. That's all. It's fine at first, but it kinda sounds cut off. This one at least sounds like it's a full voice clip, and that's all I can really say about it. Wario ranks this high despite snoring because, well, what else were we expecting from him? Also, the brrr sound he makes is funny. I do not remember a Mii ever sounding like this, but at least it sounds kinda interesting. This one sounds like the VA had a bad mic. This is like the Luminary if he actually had a distinct voice. This one is not that appealing to listen to, but at least Mr. Game & Watch doesn't snore, so that boosts his ranking significantly. Basically Mr. Game & Watches, but with an even bigger Giga Chad. Maybe the biggest I've ever seen in my entire life. He may only inhale, but I don't know, it sounds better than Rob's. It's another one of those cases where it's just one half of vocalization. And I don't know, that doesn't really work for me. It's mostly really good, but you can hear the faintest bit of snoring at the end. Sorry, Peach. Yeah, hearing this out of context, my mind would not immediately jump to Ness because he shares a VA with Kirby. Still, he doesn't snore, so good work on that. Basically the same thing as Ness. That's it, there's nothing else I can think of. Dang, I wish I could whistle. The lip smacking is cute, but Lucas is outdone in that department by another character. We have made it to the sleepy singer herself, and I think I like it when characters sound cute when they sleep, so those will be higher up. I feel like Puffs just cuts to the second one too quickly, however. Same deal as Jigglypuff, except he's not the cause of the entire video I'm making right now, and he demolished Nana in the ranking. So that's gotta be worth something. Again with the one inhale, but the inhale is something Wii Fit Trainer does well. It's kind of like Male Robin if the mic was good. I like Rosa's echo filter, but I also don't really know why they still use her Mario Kart 7 VA. This one goes for a decent length and it doesn't snore. Yay! Pyra's clip is a lot more expressive with that yawn. I like it. This is what Wii Fit trainers probably should have sounded like. This sounds like a friggin' Minecraft zombie. I love it. I wish the Minecraft zombie had actual voice clips. She sounds like she's resting well, and I think, more than most characters, that Samus needs moments like this. So good for her. I like that they added a little because he would be dreaming about eating something, wouldn't he? I hope it's not burgers. If he eats too many of those, he'll turn into one. She sounds like Kirby again, just like Ness, but yeah, it's pretty good. Kirby's voice is so cute, I love it so much! And he sounds like he's having a good rest, which is great. With that said, one character was cuter.
The winner is...
Pikachu's voice clip is easily the best because he says Pika! Oh my god! I love it. Peak sleep sound, peak vocalization, Pikachu. That was terrible, oh my god. Thus ends the ranking. I think there might have been more bad/mid entries than good, but that's okay. It's our ranking of all the sleep sounds in Smash Ultimate. Thank you for watching. Go subscribe now. Goodbye. I chase the dream like a ship lost at sea. Should I chase the thing in my dream, the thing that is me? I chase the dream like they say you're supposed to, but chase the thing in the dream that your heart wants to show you.